should apologize for being a day late on my upload. But honestly, I'm not sorry about it because I was tired and busy and I was like, yeah, it's just not gonna happen. I'm not gonna be able to film today. Today I wanted to do something different. This was something that I've been thinking about for a while. The past few years, the seasonal makeup that comes out has been more and more and more and more, and it all just starts to look the same, you get me? Brands like Too Faced are really known for just pushing out products for the holidays, and they're not really doing it for makeup enthusiasts. They're more for people who might wear makeup, but they're not really like involved in the makeup community. So you just get like, you know, a cute little Christmassy makeup palette for a friend who, you know, wears makeup and the packaging's cute, which is fine, but it's also like, I feel like the color stories are so uninspired and I'm just getting so tired and bored. To be fair, I've felt tired and bored most of this year. There have been not many makeup releases lately that have caught my eye and caught me to, you know, do a double take and actually consider buying it, because honestly, they're all starting to look the same to me. But there is this color story that has formed in my brain, and I want it to be real. I want this is like the holiday palette of my dreams. It is not an everyday palette, at least for me. If it is for you, I mean, good on you, man. That's cool. But it's just a palette that I feel like should be a thing. It's so simple. I'm like, why is this not like the holiday palette that has already had? There has been one, to be fair. I would like to preface this. I made this color story in my brain, and then I was like, wait, wasn't there a palette that was similar? I believe Shroud Cosmetics, they made this Christmas palette that looked like a little package, and it had like grays, reds, greens, and it was almost right. But I was like, it's not quite what I want. I'm just gonna scoot over so I could show you this. This is what I want. Why isn't this a thing? When I was envisioning like a holiday palette, I was thinking of December, and I named it December City. I don't know how I feel about that name. I couldn't really find the perfect name. I don't even live, like, I live in the suburbs of a city. It's not like the city, but I imagine like the city with like the buildings and the streets all shiny and gray, but with like these lights. I feel like this says we're at nighttime, we're in the city, and it's all like sparkling from all the decorations. Something about this, I just feel like, it makes you feel like warm and cozy, like, oh my gosh, like everyone's on break, everyone's, you know, spending time with family. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, I feel like it's just like a very holiday color scheme, at least for December. And I just don't know why this hasn't made. Everyone's making like beige palettes for the holidays, and I'm like, you could do that any time of the year. Oh, and if they're going real wild and crazy, they might like throw in like a green, maybe like a magenta. It's like, wow. Oh, now I'm interested. Oh, wow. It's so unique. 50 Shades of Beige and one pink. Wow. But you know what I'm talking about. You've seen the new releases. A lot of them are just the same as always. I'm talking you, Too Faced, with a new gingerbread or pumpkin. I don't even know what kind of palette it was, but who put purple in like a pumpkin palette? What kind of purple pumpkins are you looking at? Bro, where was like my rich oranges and reds and yellows and browns and greens? When I think of pumpkins, those are the colors I think of. Not purple with like pink and... There were some oranges and browns, but it didn't look like a pumpkin to me. It just looked like every other palette you've ever made. Bruh. It was easy. It's easy. Stop making things like beige and mauve and... Oh my gosh. I should start talking about the palette that I made. So, with this picture in mind of a December city, I wanted to make something that was just very vibrant, bold, but also had a lot of depth to it because I was thinking it's like nighttime. Because of the way my brain works, I prefer like monochromatic ways of organization in palettes, so I made 3 columns that are monochromatic. The first one is a silver white kind of column, so we have this really metallic, I know the picture, I looked up like glitter just to like represent metallics, but I don't want it to be glitter because I don't like glitter. No, it's a very metallic, sparkly white that would be perfect to make the inner corner really fun, or like the whole lid just really bright, that kind of thing. I feel like it also just looks like sparkling snow. To be fair, I'm in Arizona, so I haven't experienced snow that much in my life, but I do know that it looks sparkly and it's beautiful, and it's like 80 outside right now. I thought I would need that just for like the snowy, cold feel of it. And along with that cold, we have this silver, but I was thinking more like silver, the buildings, the streets, the like tinsel kind of thing. We have that silver. Again, it gives a very cold, it is winter vibe. And then we went one step further, like a deeper, grungier, like the streets are dark, more like charcoal, but they're all 3 of these are metallics. I didn't choose a matte gray just because, bruh, do you have to be doing that beep sound? What are you doing? Sir, do you mind? As I was saying, I wanted this deep metallic charcoaly gray to represent, you know, the streets of the city, and just having that gradient from like the snow white to like a deeper gray, all these metallic, they could all be lid shades depending on like how dark or deep, or like you could deepen out the lid with the charcoal gray, put it on your lower lash line. There's so many options. And then this next column is the red column. Now I tried to make an eye look today that would be similar to what you could make with this palette, but just all my reds look pink. And I want them to be red, like really red. And it's pink. I want it to be like this on my eyes, but it's not, and it's a little sad. But you know, I tried. The only thing that's truly accurate to the colors I want, I think, would be this silver, would be like the middle silver shade. So in this column, we have 2 red mattes and 1 metallic. The first red matte is very vibrant. It's like a true, just neutral red, but it's very bold, very festive. The second one is deeper, it's a blackened red, but it's not like too muted. It's still like a vibrant, deep red, and it would still show up as a deep red. In my mind, all these all these eyeshadows are perfectly pigmented and formulated to like work on every skin tone. Can you imagine? So we have those 2 that you can use in your crease or wherever to make this really deep red look, and then we have this true metallic red. Again, it's not pink, but it's not orange. It's a true red metallic. It has like a reflective shine that makes it bright, but it's still not like light. It's just right there, right as a perfect metallic red. And then the third column, we have this vibrant emerald metallic. Again, it's not like a pastel green, it's not too blue, it's not too yellow, it's very neutral undertone. It's very true, just like mid-toned metallic green, and it would pair so well with these 2 mattes. They look really similar. I think if I were to choose, I would make the middle matte slightly lighter, but I wanted to find something with the right undertone. It was a little hard to find pictures that matched my vision, but it's like this true mid-toned to deep, like foresty green, again neutral undertone, and these next 2 are mattes, and the darkest one is just a really, really deep forest green, because I don't want another black. Blacks are fine, but they're in a lot of palettes, so if you're getting a palette like this, you probably already have a black, let's be honest here. I wanted something that was like close to a black, but distinctively a deep green. So when you see it on your eyes, people are like, oh, is that black? It's like, oh, that's a green, but it's very, very dark. And oh my gosh, can you just imagine? You could put it in your crease, you could use it as like a liner. There's so many. And I know that since red and green are contrasting colors, it's a little hard, like they get muddy and blending, but like, can you imagine the opportunities to make these bold, festive, vibrant, fun looks. Why aren't these? I feel like this is such an obvious approach to a holiday palette. And yet we are getting all of these like mauve palettes from Kylie for Christmas. Why? Why? To be fair, she made a Grinch palette. Had like 2 greens. The rest were beige. Bruh, that's basically everything. I just wanted to show you this palette that I've had in my brain for the past few months because I've been ready for it to be winter for like the whole year. And I just wanted to share this because I feel like it's so gorgeous and beautiful and I don't know why it doesn't exist. And I would love to know if any of you guys have this like dream holiday palette that you wish would come out but just hasn't yet, or just a palette that you wish existed regardless of like the time of year it gets released, that you just want this color story or a certain brand to do a certain color story. I would love to hear your thoughts. I feel like there's so much opportunity for creativity and fun with makeup, and I feel like with so much drama going on, sometimes that gets lost, and I think it's good to remember that makeup is supposed to be fun, and it's supposed to just, you know, help us explore our own identities and creativity and just enjoy ourselves. And so yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that maybe it sparked some creativity to maybe shop some things in your stash if you do have eyeshadows like this to, you know, maybe work with that kind of color story. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have an amazing day. Bye!